TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villian Report, and Red Zone Rank. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla Hour, Broseph Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and MManiacs. The nightly shows are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle Podcast, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, Off the Rails, and Detroit Lions News. Hope you like all the shows. Make sure you follow, like, share.
Hey, my name is Ray Flores. I'm a proud and loyal member of the First and 10 Tailgate. You're listening to First and 10 with my man, the main man, Foz.
First and 10 with Foz, Chicago Bears in the mix. Rapping about football, no room for politics. From the Windy City, we bring the fire. This podcast hot, raising the bar higher. Touchdown after touchdown, we never settle for less. Breaking it down with Foz, we always bring our best. First and 10 with Foz, Bears in the crowd, cheering loud and proud. Our spirits never bow. We rep that navy, blue and orange, no room for doubt. Chicago Bears legendary, no team can knock us out. No team can knock us out.
When I'm in Chicago, always a vibe.
Full display. Hitting hard like a linebacker, making our way. Foz leading the charge, taking us to the top. Chicago Bears legacy, we can never stop.
I'm trash. I'm trash. I'm trash. I'm trash.
Welcome to First and 10 with Foz, the most depressing show on the internet. Talking about the Bears as always. How are we doing tonight, Maxwell?
Better than some, not as good as others.
How is it even possible, dude? Like, how does this even happen to us?
You become like numb to it. Like it didn't even do anything. I just walked outside because it was beautiful out.
Just look at the sky
That's
and realize you're alive and life is good. And
that's it. I thought they made it.
Focus on the positives.
I watched the oh, they didn't make it. Okay. You just become numb.
I was like, oh my God, they're gonna win. I was texting with Maxwell back and forth. I was like, oh my God. And I actually watched it with my boss, who's a Detroit Lions fan. He's like, by the way, I'm gonna be off tomorrow if this kick goes in. Yeah. I'm gonna binge for like 3 days.
Sure.
And then of course, dude, like the kick happens, the block, and dude, you could have heard a pin drop. Even my baby was silenced. He knew not to talk. He looked at me and was just like, I don't even want to pouch right now. Like, I'm good to go.
I was on like a 20-second delay from like everyone else for some reason. And then like I started getting like texts just flurrying in. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? Then I thought like, oh, they're happy the field goal was made. Oh no, I was blocked.
Text for happiness.
Well, I don't know. I might. It's been nothing but negative for about a month. So.
Oh man. As always, the Great Depression here is brought to you by Bedrock's Pizza and Craft Beer in Short and Romeoville. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. No matter how the Bears are doing, you guys still rock.
Bedrock's Pizza, the place to be. Hard rock tunes and craft beers for the crowd is roaring, the atmosphere's hot. We'll party hard, give it all we've got. This place is our sanctuary. Shout it aloud, let the music play. Bedrock's Pizza, we're here to stay. Good times and memories never be far. Under the neon lights, we're all stars.
We are definitely not losing the charity, my friend. It's been a great year this year, collecting money for Caleb Cares. Lots of donations have been coming in, lots of money, so it's been fantastic. I appreciate everyone who's donated. Go to my page for the link. You can check out the GoFundMe link at the bottom of the page. Message me if interested. Definitely a great cause, and things have been going fantastic with it. Super happy, and I appreciate everyone who's donated. On top of donations, we have the holiday season around the corner with my man Oso. For the third or fourth year, I believe now, he has been collecting toys for Ann and Robert H. Laurie's Children's Hospital Chicago. So he's been killing it with the annual toy drive. I'll let him give the details, but he's been messaging me private and the amount of toys and everything that he's collected so far. It's just been astronomical. So great job, Oso. I love you, bud. Keep playing the good fight, dude. Nothing better than giving a sick kid in the hospital a toy at Christmas, man. So big heart, bud. Love you. This Saturday, we're going to be hosting the VWO at the McKinley Legion Hall right off of Damon in Chicago. Fat Tailgate and VWO, even though we're enemies on the field, we're friends outside of it. So make sure to come and meet up with us. Fat and VWO getting together for pizza and beers Saturday night, do a little meet and greet, getting ready for the tailgate on Sunday. We have never lost a tailgate. We were still undefeated for 3 years at the tailgate. Bears versus Vikings, $30 a person. There is no prepay. There is no Zelle. Everything's cash. Bring money with you. Always a good time. Open bar, Hellas Tower. The majority of people watching this, I'm sure you've been. You know how we do, which leads us into the upcoming San Francisco game, still at Bedrock. So it's going to be a good time. Mark your calendars, like I say, each week. That'll be a good time at the end of the season and hopefully not too depressing, actually, after these next few weeks.
You'll be drinking, so it's fine.
So, dude, I didn't even post the injury report this week because I don't think it's very meaningful. I mean, I think definitely we're seeing Kyler Gordon missed a lot in the backfield and safety position.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those big passes for Green Bay were just completely uncalled for and uncharacteristic of the Bears, dude. You haven't seen them allow 40, 50-yard passes down the field all season like that.
Yeah.
Very surprised to see the defense give up those plays in those situations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't a great game for Jalen Johnson, but I mean, you got to give them a pass sometimes. You know, I mean, they still did enough to keep us to the point where we should have won that game. I mean, 20 points against Green Bay, it's pretty good. I mean, they've had their rough weeks here the last couple against New England and Arizona, but you saw them confuse and conflict Jordan Love quite a bit throughout that game. So, I mean, yes, I agree with you that last drive that they went down and scored the touchdown was rough, but they kept us in that game.
Yeah. Dude, no matter if you're a Green Bay fan or a Bears fan or whatnot, Caleb Williams was the better quarterback.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In that game. Number one thing I love, and I talk about this all the time about owning your shit, dude. Before the game, he came out, had a meeting with the team. He told them, I've been fucking up, guys. I got to do better. I'm going to be better. Put the trust in me. Let's go out there. Let's do the work. And he stood by his word and came out and
played great.
Really saw a massive improvement out of him this week. And I think a lot of it has to go, and my hat's off to Thomas Brown.
Yes.
He called a great offensive game, dude. The motions, the play actions, involving all the receivers. It was exactly what I thought we were going to see week one, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Getting all the weapons involved. Cole Kmet had some big catches. He got Roman Dunze, DJ Moore.
Everybody was getting involved.
Swift, 165 yards on the ground, man. I mean, we really did a great job on offense staying in that game versus a very hard defense.
A very good defense.
So I was very happy coming out after we just fired our offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron. You got this guy taking over out of nowhere. You know, a team that's down in the dumps emotional-wise. I mean,
whatever it was to get to 4th and 3 was incredible.
Yeah.
Agreed. Thomas Brown kept it, for lack of not to be insulting, simple. He didn't try to do any of the cutesy stuff we've been seeing. Same time, it also then makes you wonder why this guy actually also did interview for the offensive coordinator position in the offseason, and why he wasn't hired and Waldron was makes you wonder quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's a lot of questions on the table as far as that. I mean, It could have been salary demand. Maybe he knows his value and wanted too much.
Well, but he took a lesser position.
Yeah,
so, I mean, you know, this guy, by all accounts, is a way better communicator. His relationship with Caleb sounds like it's already better than what Waldron's was. Then it also makes you worry on the flip side. Now they looked competent this week. If they continue to look competent, will they keep him and Eberflus? That's where we're at. But anyway, it was positive, and it did look good. It looked like a functioning offense. Like I heard them say after the game that you know, the play calls were coming in quick. There was no like, what is it? What is it? What is it? While we're standing in the huddle, you know, 10 seconds in the play clock. So yeah, for one game, it looked like a functioning NFL offense that definitely should have won the game.
Yeah, those things are not an option to have in a football game nowadays, especially with these teams out here. And you're playing a caliber team like Green Bay. Like, you have to be fast on the quick call. You have to be doing motion. You have to be throwing off. You got to be running. You have no choice against defense. You sit there too long, they're going to pick you apart. And by the time you hike the ball, they know what you're doing, and the play's dead already. And that's what we've seen under Shane Waldron before. But like I said, definitely mass improvement. Wish I could say the same about Matt Eberflus, going for 2 in the third quarter. I'm not sure where that came from. I get it, but at the same time, dude, like that just shows a lack of faith in your team. Like, we might not get down here again, so let's get 2 while we can. Like, I
guess at the same time, I liked the aggression there because he's a pretty aggression less coach, as we found out later in the game. So I didn't necessarily. Of course, we look at the outcome, and you know that's not good, but I didn't mind him going for it there. I have more of a quibble with the not trying to keep going before the field goal at the end of the game.
And again, I'm sure most people have saw the funny video of Dr. Death, Matt Nagy, and now Matt Eberflus. All 3 missed field goals, all 3 40 yards, all gone for on the second down.
All interchangeable answers.
All interchangeable answers. One thought they were close enough and they were good to go and in the range. One thought they didn't want to risk giving up a fumble. And the other one's like, oh, what's it going to get us? Another yard or 2? Like, it doesn't even matter. It's not worth the risk. So we just went for it. It's like, dude, you have to have faith in your team. And like, by all 3 of those coaches, you're talking about a head coach who has 0 faith in their offense. And you think the players don't feel that their head coach doesn't have faith in them? I mean, well, how's that supposed to make you feel as an offensive player? Yeah,
especially like, you know, they seem to be humming and looking pretty good on that drive. And the couple drives before that, it didn't make a lot of sense to just, you know, turtle there. Especially on second down. I mean, if that's the way you want to go, I don't know, run a, you know, supposedly Kyler Santos likes it from the right hash anyway. We didn't even do that for him. So, I mean, if it's third down and you're at the 20-yard line and you're worried about something and there's 5 seconds left, okay, fine. Kick the field goal there. I mean, just in case there's a bad snap. But yeah, the whole like, well, we could have had a penalty. Well, we could have this. Well, you know what? Why didn't you call a pass play then? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that you would just completely turtle and not just be more aggressive to make sure that you seal this game out. That's Matt Eberflus. I mean, that's been his whole coaching resume in a nutshell.
Some bad play calling. Even after review, I watched it a million times. I watched it again this week. The catch that got Jordan Love and the Packers in the touchdown range.
Yes.
That was trapping on the ground.
Yeah, it definitely moved.
He had hands on the side of the ball, and he used the ground to keep control of it. And I think the perfect example was the next play set when the Bears threw to Keenan Allen. And it was a similar catch on the ground play. And you saw Keenan Allen had his hand on the ground, ball on top, nothing touched the ground. He had possession. That's a catch on the ground, dude. When you have your hands on the side and the ball's on the ground, you're using the ground to keep control. So thought that was a horrible call. So again, without that, would they have been in that position? We used a challenge there, so we used a timeout.
Yeah.
Which again, was it a good decision to use a challenge at that point?
I don't know. I mean, there's plays and calls like that every game. It's going to happen. There's going to be a weird, wonky play that one team's going to benefit from, one's not. That's just football. That shit's going to happen. So you can't let that. You can't let it spiral, I guess is the best way to put there. They've got to put the defense had to put a clamp on them there. Sure. There's no doubt about it. They could not let them go down and score a touchdown, and they did. So.
And again, not to defend Flus. Flus is a POS, and I hope he gets fired
immediately
after I say this. But they were definitely crawling up and climbing on top of this long snapper and on top of the line to block that kick. And it was extremely evident that it was happening, and that should have been a call. Again, I find it similar to like the Vikings game where you got the face mask in the end zone. It was a no call. Obviously, could have been a different outcome of the game with that. So that was a massive no call, especially when the Bears got called on the same thing the week before in Arizona, and it wasn't even a quarter as bad if you look and compare it to what Green Bay did. So really pisses me off. Has actually brought up the topic of being able to review plays in game-deciding moments. So it actually brought up that topic and conversation again in the NFL, dude, because I think in moments like that, especially in the NFC North, dude, you're talking about one win in our division is a life or death situation, dude.
It would have been big to go 5-5.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you got a 0.2% chance to make the playoffs. So, at the same time, Cairo Santos kicks the ball very low all the time because he doesn't have the leg strength, so he has to kind of kick it on a line drive, and that doesn't help you either.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, definitely. I mean, they turn the play into the league actually.
It's not nothing's
which
going to
doesn't
happen.
going to do
Not
anything.
a thing. Not a thing.
If anything, dude, I do like the whole being able to review a game-deciding call regardless of the situation, whether it's in 2 minutes or not. Because I think too many teams and too many fan bases have felt too much depression and been fucked over too hard in scenarios.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it could work it not in your favor. You know, they could see a hold from the Bears side then. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing with football. It isn't like a home run in baseball or a strike call. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's 11 on 11, and then you got a kicker too. So yes and no. Like for a touchdown play, obviously they do that. But I don't know. It's so wishy-washy with football just because the amount of players. And if you're calling penalties on replays, my God, the game would be 6 hours long. So
true. I mean, it definitely has its ups and downs.
Yeah, agreed. We're all pissed off, and we all, just run another play and kick the fucking ball from the 30 and not the 45. I mean, it just that's the more mind-boggling part to me.
There's 6 less than 1% chance losses in the last 2 years now.
I heard a stat on the way over to your house, and it said our 6 losses this year, it was a 1 in 68 million chance of happening. That's not a joke or an exaggeration.
I think McCaskey should go play the lottery then, is all I'm saying, man.
Yeah. And then, I also hear him saying that, if this keeps showing improvement, maybe Eberflus will stay. So, it's the Bears. It's the Bears for you. This is just what we've come to know. This is our lives that we chose. I mean, you wanted this podcast, so
You got it. I'm going to be switching over and doing a White Sox podcast going forward. I just want all the masochists out there to follow me along. You like depression?
We'll wear gimp outfits. Yeah.
Come follow me.
Sure.
Not looking too much more sunny this weekend coming into Chicago, or the Vikings, the 8-2 Vikings, who I'll give them respect, man. The amount of deficits this team faced coming into this season, and the criticism and the analysts, then no one chose them to do anything. Here we are.
Last place.
Yeah. Here we are sitting an 8-2 team, and aside from them being a division rival, I am happy for my friends who are Vikings fans and happy for the fan base. But goddamn, man, Sam Darnold coming out.
It shows what a difference a really good coach makes.
Exactly. And we'll get into that here in a second. Tonight we have my illegitimate son from Minnesota. Apparently I did some vacation out there about 20-some years ago I forgot about. But everyone, welcome to the show. Austin, Sir Boots. Wilson. They're white.
From the windy city, we bring the fire. This podcast, raising the bar higher.
Oh, you thought you were cute, didn't you?
Just a little bit.
Trying to copy off the old man, huh? I see.
Yeah, too much free time on my hands.
Mr. Austin White, how are we doing tonight, sir? Welcome.
Great. How are you guys doing?
Been better.
Doing horrible. Where how would you be doing as a Bears fan right now?
Yeah.
All right, sir. So, given the fact you're such a young man, what I do know is your father is a diehard Lions fan.
Yes.
You live in Michigan.
Yes.
And you are a Vikings fan.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Are you the black sheep of the family, or no one likes? Do you hate everyone, or what? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I've been my whole life, Everybody likes Michigan here because, like, a go blue, so I like Michigan State.
There you go, my guy.
Like to be the outcast,
So what pushed you down the Vikings path? Just deciding to be an outcast, or?
It was pretty like deciding. It was like 2008, 2009 when the Lions went 0-16. I was like, nope, I can't do this anymore. So I looked at all the teams and I looked at the backstory, and then this really good running back, Adrian Peterson, was in the league. So I was like, I might start liking them. And it just took me to this stuff. And I never thought at 25 years old I'd be doing stuff like this that I'm doing right now.
So how'd your dad take the news when you decided to become a Vikings fan?
The same way he still takes it now. I think I am a little bit of a disappointment in his eyes, but at the end of the day, he still loves me.
Dude, if anyone doesn't know, his dad is the taco man out in Detroit, man. He makes some of the best Mexican food, some of the best guacamole I've ever had. So,
Yep.
Can't wait to come for the Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, yeah.
You promised me a whole gallon of guacamole, so I hope you live up on that, sir.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Go ahead, man.
All right, bud. So 2009, you started getting into Adrian Peterson, the Vikings. When did you take it to the next level of becoming that super fan, the dressing up, the traveling, the going to the games?
It was around 2019, and I had met VWO member Teresa Keaton. She goes by Lady Skywalker, and it was me and Jeff, and we had bought standing room only to the Viking game, and she was dressed up in like the full horns and all the gear and stuff, and we were just like, man, you look really cool. Can we take a picture with you? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And then like I was just wearing, I think, an Adam Thielen jersey at the time, and he was wearing, I think, oh my goodness, I think Stephon Diggs, and like she thought we looked cool because we had like bling on and stuff. And then from there, it just took over. And now I'm in New York and Nashville and LA, and it's just crazy. My life is like a movie. Like it's Cam Bynum from the Vikings says his life's a movie. It's exactly how I feel. So
you and Jeff have been traveling a lot, man. You want to talk about some of your adventures, places you've been, and maybe some of the highlights of the traveling around all the NFL stadiums?
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Last year we went to Vegas, probably one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life. 3-0. I about fell asleep in my chair, but that was amazing. Vegas was a bucket list. LA we just did to see the new SoFi Stadium.
How was SoFi, bro?
It was amazing. The fans were crazy.
Nothing else besides amazing from SoFi.
Like the top, like I went up to the 8th level, and like looking at it like top down was crazy. Yeah,
nice.
That's crazy.
What's some of the highlights inside there? They got like clubs and restaurants.
It's a whole town,
bars, right? Like,
it's basically a little city inside of a football stadium. You would never believe. Like they have a DJ booth on one level. They had a live band in there. It was like 4 club levels, like 4 down. You had to take an elevator up, down, left, right, back, forth to get to your seats. It was terrible.
They got
escalator after escalator. It was just crazy.
They got to keep the Los Angeles people interested because football is not their thing.
Oh yeah, nobody cares about football.
2 questions for you. Did you ever? I know you're only 25, but did you ever get a chance to go to the old Metrodome?
I did not.
And then, in interest of Bears fans, and Kevin Warren was responsible for the new stadium. How beautiful is that new stadium?
Oh my goodness, I got chill. I literally have chills talking about it right now. It is beautiful, and hearing the skull chant and the Yale horn inside the new stadium, I tear up every time. Because this team has done like stuff for me that I would never think before. Like a logo has changed my life. Like the VWO has changed my life.
Yeah, it's so awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you, like being a super fan and following a team like Vikings, like awesome dress up opportunities you have with the Viking. The logo's cool, the whole skull, the horn thing. I mean, you guys really have it locked down as a fan base of a lot of fun and ideas of what you can do with it. So, I'm not going to lie and say I'm not jealous from that part. I could just dress up like a grizzly bear, but I kind of look like a grizzly bear anyway. So, I don't have much else going for me.
Like, I could have did the whole thing of like, oh, I could dress up as a Viking and I could wear this and wear that. But then I started the like 2-3 patches. Like I had like the little ribbons right here I've had on every jersey. And then I had like the 100 years. And then I was like starting to follow people on Facebook, and I took inspiration from you and other fans with all the patches on their jerseys. So I was like, that's a good way to like put out there like, oh, I know this person, I like this person, I like what they do. So this is like an appreciation of what they do on my jersey.
Yeah, no, it's so awesome, man. I appreciate you wearing my patch, man. I think it's crazy when you go to other stadiums, you see people on Facebook and videos and pictures. It's like, oh shit, that person's wearing my patch, and like, it's so cool, man. You're a big fan of fans, man. So how did you kind of fall into that, being a fan of fans? Because not everyone's a fan of fans.
Right. I mean, I guess it's just being humble and I guess appreciative of where I am. You know, I go up to people every day that I've known for 5 years, 6 years, and I'm like, man, you look so cool today. Or, oh, man, I can't wait to get a picture with this person. Like, going to new stadiums and seeing new people is probably my favorite thing to do all game day, other than drink beer. But, like, when I went out to the Fat Tailgate for the first time and I seen you and I seen Ray and I seen Bear, I was like, oh, my goodness, these people are what tailgating like.
Ray's got a message for you.
Oh, no.
You're a turtle ass.
I am a turtle ass. He is absolutely right.
He's going to hit you with some Rayisms, don't worry.
He is. I call him Ray-tarded. I can't say that all the time, but that's what he is.
Oh, man. No comment.
No comment.
So you're coming up on Sunday then. That's the game plan, my friend? You're coming up
thinking about it, you know. I think the Amtrak's train leaves at 6 a.m., so I got my varsity cooler full of beer, and I think I might show up to the tailgate spot.
Nice, my friend. I fucking love it, bro. We love having you guys out.
Oh,
who else is coming down from the VW? We got a whole bunch of people coming down from the VW. Who else is traveling down?
Yeah, why not?
I haven't gotten the list yet.
Yeah, why not? I could not be there after being on the show. It's such an honor to be on this podcast.
Oh, stop it. It's because you bribed me with all that guacamole. I had no choice but to let you on. You're like, Foz, guacamole, baby. Can I come on? I'm like, sure, whatever.
Sure, why not?
He's a cool kid. He's my son. Why not? He can come.
Why not?
My uncle's a huge Vikings fan for some reason. And while you guys always have amazing regular seasons on a regular basis, those soul-crushing playoff losses are just legendary. Did you make the right choice?
Oh, man. Well, at least we get to the postseason all the time.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Sometimes, you know.
You know, I've always asked myself, as a Bears fan, because I don't know much about this, is it better to go to the postseason and lose in the first round all the time than it is to not get there at all?
Yeah.
What's soul crushing?
You definitely save some money on not buying the T-shirts and the hats and the plane tickets and the.
Well, at least you have some evidence of progress then.
Yeah, like if you think about like Green Bay, the Vikings, like especially Green Bay, they're there every single year, and you have some Super Bowl in the last 30 years to show from it. But I mean, like getting there and not succeeding year after year. Like,
right.
I don't know how they would take that.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get there last year. I mean, the Lions are juggernauts, so we might be lucky to squeak a wild card spot. But
you're definitely getting a wild card spot. You're 8-2.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I don't jump the bridge before I have to. I'm casually optimistic.
So how are you feeling about your team? Everything they went against this year, my friend, we were talking about it, like the list is like uncanny.
It's like
DUIs, injuries, like just out of control. Dude. Like, nobody picked you guys to do anything this year.
Nope.
Everyone was like last place Vikings are not doing anything, and then you guys come out and do what you've been doing. Like, what do you attribute that to?
I guess just the team and the camaraderie that we have. Our defense is amazingly coached. Coach Flores is an amazing guy on and off the field. Having a couple conversations with him, he's a really nice guy, and he really cares about his players. And just we're dancing in the end zone every celebration that we get because our team is they just want to be there. And our offense is clicking. You know, we're 5-0 to start. Sam Darnold's throwing like 87, 97-yard touchdowns. It's like, where's this guy been?
Yeah.
How come we didn't have him last year? Like, Cousins went to Atlanta. It was brutal when that happened, and he's doing good out there. I'm really happy for him.
He's actually getting benched right now, and Penix Jr. is coming in, my friend.
Ooh.
So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, they're actually sitting Cousins' ass. I just heard that today. So you may have not lost out on too much there, my friend.
All right. It's like seeing your
The way Sam
ex-girlfriend
Darnold's
go
been
off.
playing, that's probably been the biggest surprise, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone thought Sam Darnold equals bum. I mean, that was what they gave. That's what he gave out the last 2 years, and
Yeah.
it just shows you the right team, the right coach, the right players. I mean,
Right coach.
yeah.
Right coach for sure. Yeah. Kevin O'Connell's being a former player, he knows what it takes to build a quarterback and what it takes to build an offense. I think we got it going good, but every week is a different challenge. You know, we weren't supposed to lose to LA, but we did. You know, the face mask is what it is. I'm kind of used to it by now, missing calls.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like, we felt it this weekend with the no climbing on the snapper call
Yeah,
at the end of the game. I mean, which was pretty obviously going back and watching. So
Yeah.
those things are definitely demoralizing as a fan and towards the team.
Right.
You mentioned Flores, and he's a hell of a defensive quarter. Just how good has that defense been? That 3-4 defense this year.
Oh my goodness, it's been crazy. Even when we haven't had players in the lineup, like we had Blake Cashman out, and we had a couple of our players like not ready to return yet, we still had people like Byron Murphy, who came from Arizona, Cam Bynum, which is a good one that I talk about a lot. We had just people stepping up. Andrew Van Ginkel from Miami stepping up, getting 2 interceptions and running it back for touchdowns. Harrison Smith running the defense as a veteran, Hall of Fame bound, hopefully. But it's just been a really good, like, team-based defense. Nobody working for themselves. Everybody's just happy to be at home.
I thought you were crazy when you guys got rid of Lindsey last year too. I was like, what are these guys
Right.
doing, man? Like, obviously it worked out for you, man. Like, you're sitting at a pretty 8-2, so.
Yeah, we got rid of Daniil Hunter, and we got yeah.
So Austin, the game on Sunday, my friend. How are you feeling about coming to Soldier Field this year, the Bears and Vikings?
Feeling pretty good, you know. It's no matter what it could be. Both the teams could be 0-0, or both teams could be 0-4. No matter what the teams are, you guys always play us hard, no matter what.
See, I like to believe that, man. I like to believe that these division games are like rivalry games. Like teams stepping up, teams go to different abilities on these games over other games. So, hopefully it's a good game on Sunday, my friend.
Yes.
Flip a coin, my friend, because who knows who's coming out there for the Chicago Bears.
Right. No injuries. That's all that matters to me.
Very cool, my friend. So what else you got going on the rest of the season? I know, like you said, you're always traveling. You traveling for any more games the rest of the year this year?
Chicago on Sunday. I don't think I'm going to go to the game. I think I'm just going to come to the tailgate and hang out with you guys. And Detroit, and the ticket prices are looking like $500 a piece because that might determine the North. So that might not be a game either. But at least it's a tailgate because you never lose a tailgate.
That's correct.
Yeah, we are undefeated in Chicago in the chat, as I always say. So I will definitely be seeing you in Detroit for Thanksgiving. Me and my whole family are going to Detroit to go tailgate with all of our Lions friends fans and this one outcast Vikings fan.
The one guy.
The one guy.
They can't get rid of me.
No, they can't. Your dad saves you. Your dad saves you.
He does.
But yeah, we're looking forward to it, my friend. It's going to be a good time coming out there. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday, boss.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you coming on the show, Austin.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored that you thought of me.
One piece of advice: get to that train station 10 minutes early. Trust me.
I was planning on getting there like 30 minutes early.
Smart kid.
Smart man. Smart
Flying enough, I know.
All right, my friend. Good luck on Sunday, and then we'll have a beer at the tailgate when you get in, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, man.
All right, sir. Boots. Later, sir.
Oh.
My son. It's my son, everybody. Austin's such a great kid, man. Love having him on. I like seeing the younger kids like him.
Yeah.
At his early age, dude, he's getting into it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So many people don't get into it until like their 30s, 40s. Like I'm starting to notice, and but these kids are getting into it young. He's traveling all over the country with Jeff, his buddy Jeff, and these kids are hitting stadiums and away games and super fan events, and it's so awesome. So proud of them, man. So keep up the good job, sir. Boots, Mr. Austin White, you're the man, sir. Bears Vikings on Sunday, man. Like we were just talking about, I can't believe we are where we are at this season. I was expecting to be a lot better. But
I was thinking about that. Like if you had said, I'm at week 10, one team's 8-2 and one's 4-6, I would have said 100 out of 100 would have said the Bears are the 8-2 team. You would have going into the year.
100%. And like technically, versus crazy lightning strikes, we should be a 6-4 team right now.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even more given other circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
But how are you feeling about the game on Sunday, Max? Do you think it's going to be another close nail biter over like Green Bay?
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, I can't say I feel good. I mean, I think the Vikings are. I mean, they're obviously the better team. So yeah, I could definitely see it be another one of those close, tight games, and maybe you could squeak one out because you're at home. But I don't feel great about it. I mean, they've definitely come back down to earth in their last 5 games. I mean, we all know they weren't a 5-0 team. They're not going to blow through the division. I mean, they were I don't want to say fraudy, but they were a little Vikingsy. Like we know what that means. So Darnold's come back a little bit more to earth. They still have a very good defense, and I think they're going to give the Bears a lot of trouble defensively this Sunday.
Definitely rushing. Caleb's going to have to get that.
They're the best run defense in football. So any thoughts of that, which we don't seem to want to do that anyway. I see the Vikings. I hate to say I see them winning, but I could definitely see the Bears squeaking one out. Maybe similar to what we just had, and maybe they will make the field goal this time.
What worries me is how the Bears responded coming back after the Hail Mary game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are crushing losses when you lose a game like that,
Sure.
Especially Green Bay, dude. How many players on the Bears, even like preseason, offseason, talked about waiting to play Green Bay, dude?
I think that loss is even more crushing, the Green Bay one, because you were in that game. You outplayed them all game long, I thought.
Yeah, dude. So hopefully they bounce back and they haven't lost too much of their pep or their energy or their inspiration to keep on going down the line. But we'll see, man. Like I said, I can't tell you what Bears team is going to come out in the field because they're a different team every week, man. They're super inconsistent.
Yeah.
1 week the run's awesome, the next week it sucks. Pass is awesome, next week it's not.
I hear you, man.
I really can't even guess these games anymore, man.
No, I mean, what good does it do us, really?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, then you're rooting against it to look smart. So
yeah, dude. Thank God, man. If it wasn't for like the tailgating and the tailgating family and like all the events and fun stuff.
You
podcast here, the superfan friends from other teams here, like that kind of keeps you in it. But it's getting hard, man. It's been a rough 3 years, dude. It's been rough,
and this was supposed to be at least the payoff of like they showed 7-10 last year. We're not a great team. You made all these acquisitions, and it's like this team may not win another game. This
year was like you're about to come and you just got blue balled this year.
Yeah, like you figure like at worst 8 and 9, and like maybe Caleb played good, played bad some, but like they're looking like they're better. Yeah. I mean, like you said, and my dad's told me the same thing. Like, there's a very good chance this team will be 4-13 at the end of this. Like, there's no game you can say they're going to win that one, because when you get beat by the Patriots that bad as they did, I can't give this team the benefit of the doubt for anything.
No, dude. I said too, like, if they lose to the Patriots that game, I don't see them winning the game.
No, but then they almost beat the fucking Packers. So, like you said, who the hell knows?
Bears-y thing
yeah, absolutely, of course.
I was talking to my guy, the defense guy, Billy Flores, before the game, and we were bullshitting. I'm like, Billy, I can't tell you why, because it makes no sense. I have a feeling that the Bears are going to win today.
I know what you mean.
I just had like a gut sense feeling because it just makes the most sense. It's the most Bearsiest thing.
It would be the most Bears thing ever for them to go to like 6-2 in the last 8 games. That would be total Bears, and they'll keep Eberflus, and they'll be right back where we were.
The Bears, the most Bearsiest thing for them to do at this point is when everyone thinks they're going to lose every game the rest of the season. Yeah. They're going to go on a winning streak.
They'll go like 5-2.
They're going to get right there to making the wild card and playoffs.
The last game.
And then they're going to blow it.
Yeah, the last game's against Green Bay, isn't it?
Yep.
That's about right.
Green Bay.
That's about right. Yeah, absolutely.
So. But I mean, the season's technically over with. We're talking about pipe dreams at this point.
Let's hope Caleb looked good this week. This was the first step forward in about 4 weeks. So let's hope that keeps up. That's what we have to root for.
The kids persevered through the Bears bullshit that the Bears put every quarterback through.
Yes, absolutely.
I think he's definitely persevered. You see that he can stand it and stay with it and still come out on the field and bring the talent and rise above all the bullshit in the background.
Yeah.
Which is what he showed me on Sunday, especially. So
absolutely.
Let's get this kid some fucking help play callers, an offensive line.
Whatever Thomas Brown did this past Sunday, do more of that, so we can just see more of Caleb growing. That's really all that matters at this point to anybody. That's all should matter to any Bears fan, really.
See, Billy, I tried to believe you when you told me. You tried. He's like, Foz, I want to believe you. I wanted him to believe. I wanted to believe me too. Like, but dude, I just had a feeling like I was telling myself.
That's what you get for speaking it into the air.
It's all my fault. It's all my fault. No, but it is what it is, man. It would have been nice to beat the fucking Packers. This was the Super Bowl game for me this year that I was looking forward to all year, man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I've been looking forward to it since the beginning of the year. The Bears Packers at home. We get our new quarterback, dude. Like, I just want to end this fucking losing streak that we have against them. And
was it like 11 games now? Jeez.
Again, we get kicked in the fucking balls, dude, and just told to go home. And second Lambeau, and they own us. And dude, like, fuck, how can you not expect that criticism from Packers fans?
Oh, you can't. You have no comeback.
Again, nothing.
Just turn it, walk away.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. So then this Sunday, playing the Vikings. Hopefully it's a good game. Like I said, doesn't know what's going to be coming out of that game, but hopefully something good. Next week, we'll be breaking down this Viking games as we prepare for Turkey Day game on Thanksgiving versus the Lions at home.
Yeah, I don't.
After what they just did over the list last weekend to the Jaguars,
Oh my god,
it was just
they're absolute juggernaut running downhill right now.
Yeah, so who knows? Again, that'll be a game the Bears will go.
They'll
out
go like
and win
35-10 or something like that.
Yeah, it'll make perfect sense. Yep. As always, appreciate you guys coming on the show, watching the show, especially during these tough times. I imagine watching a Bears podcast is like watching a White Sox podcast right now. Do you guys just want to hear depressing things to talk about or what? Oh, man. No, but we appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Hopefully we have some more sunnier things to talk about after the game on Sunday. First 10 tailgating, make sure to come on down on Sunday where the Bears always win, at least the fans always do, and we will never let you down. So appreciate you guys as always, and have a good rest of your week, and then go Bears on Sunday.
Bears.
Bear down, baby.
Thank you, and go Bears!
Bear down!
From Harrison and Wabash we rise, tailgating with excitement under the skies. The Foz is leading the way with Billy from the van, rapping jazz, dancing to the Chicago plan. Surrender man goes is feeling the beat. Habibi Bear and Mama Bear never defeat. Deaf Bear and also roaring loud, and the stereo lurking among the crowd. The Hallis Tower, a symbol of might. Chicago handshake under the night. What is your profession? We ask. Legends of the game, a formidable task. Devin has the speed, behold. Mongo and Dadham will never fold. Sweetness and Peter, heart of steel. Dick Buckers and Mike Dicker, the real deal. Super fans cheering with passion in the air. From Harrison and
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villian Report, and Red Zone Ranch. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla Hour, Brosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and M-Maniacs. The nightly shows are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle Podcast, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, Off the Rails, and Detroit Lions News. Hope you like all the shows. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment.